everyone. I am back. I am back with another word of the day for you. Today's word of the day has a subtitle, so it is titled Best Laid Plans. Subtitle is Seat Filler. Best laid plans, seat filler. So how many of you out there like to plan things out? You like to map things out, especially when you're going out of town on a trip. You'd want to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Everything ready to go. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? You are fully prepared. Well, God reminded me when I recently went on a trip out of town to attend a graduation for a family member. God reminded me that as much as I plan things out, He knows what is best. He is the master navigator. So, check. Book the flight on a very dependable airline. Yes. Check. That reasonable connection time is reasonable. Check. Optimal arrival time at the final destination. So, I was ready to go. So, let's go back to those best laid plans. That first check on that very dependable airline, well, the flight was 45 minutes delayed. I got there on time at the airport, but that flight was 45 minutes delayed, which meant that reasonable connection time was no more. By the time I landed at that airport, the flight had been gone for 15 minutes, which meant that number 3, that optimal arrival time at that final destination, was no longer quite optimal. So what did I do? Had to get on the phone. After talking to the attendant, they sent me to the phone. Phone put me on hold. I called in, was on hold on both phones, and I finally talked to a person that said, well, Atlanta, there's no options there. Flying into the airport, everything is booked. The only other option possibly was the next morning. But then they said, well, how close can you get there? And I said, Nashville, 2 hours away. Do you know they were able to book that flight on Nashville, which meant I had to rent a car and drive over 2 hours to get there. But I got there and was able to see my family member participate in the service and caught the majority of the service. Let's get back to that seat filler subtitle. Do you know that seat that I was no longer in because I missed that flight, that seat was filled by another person going to the same graduation. So I was a seat filler so that person could get to that destination. It says in Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. So the next time you miss something, know that God might just be using you as a seat filler to bless someone else. Take care.